New York.
Ted Ampansan 65.
Benjamin 71.
Yes, I think everybody at the table.
Agnes 77.
Adi Francisca. Christina Nova, 90. Josephine Japan, 84.
The newest doctor in town.
Fia Jikum. Mrs. 2004.
Great. I'll skip this table and come back. Okay,
Now it's up. It's up now. I'll have to find
Some
a place to
person,
put it.
67. Emerson 75.
Elena.
75.
December Bonsan 74 and 76.
Great.
Paul Usudomi, Phoenix, Arizona.
In what? Phoenix, Arizona, 1981.
Great.
Kofi Ebenezer Safo, 1983, O-level, 1985 A-levels.
Great. Let's clap for ourselves. And we have some friends who have come in to support the program. You're all welcome. There are seats around that you can sit and enjoy the program. Thank you. Now the president of BAOSA.
Prince, 1988. Thank you. My speech is going to be very short. Fellow Biosans and dear friends, well wishes of the quiet 7-day Adventist secondary school, training college, senior high school, and you name it. I want to thank God, first of all, for bringing us here today on this beautiful occasion to join hands together to raise funds to help our school. Secondly, I want to extend our appreciation to everyone who has come here. I want to express our appreciation to everyone who has come here to help us raise this, help us raise funds to help our school. I'm sure we've all come here to reflect on our past, think of our present, and associate with our friends, and at the same time think of what we can do for our school. I'm sure each and every one here has some experience as an old student or somebody who is associated with somebody who went to Bakwai, and we can all testify to that as we can, as we heard from BAOSA daughters and sons and children here. About 5 years ago, BAOSA North America was born, and by God's grace, it keep growing each and every year. And it's our hope that by the time as time goes on, we will be able to reach each and every one who went to Bakwai SDA. Our goal for this evening is to raise funds to build an ultra-modern toilet facility for the boys' dormitory. Many of you who have had a chance to visit the place lately can testify that there's something that we have to do. Something needs to be done to bring some sanity to the area. We are here to meet old friends. We are here to meet our schoolmates, reflect on our past, and think of our future, or think of the future of the school. I do believe that together we can bring meaningful change to the school. Together we can uplift the image of the school. And together we can all look back one day and say that we were part of BAOSA North America that brought change to the school. Future generations will always appreciate whatever we can do to help them. I'm sure together we can let our lights shine. On that note, I want to officially declare 2017 BAOSA North American Reunion and Fundraising opened. Thank you all for coming. God bless you. God bless Bekwai, SDA, bless BAOSA North America. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. President. For us, I just want to know, when we were in school, we had a school anthem. I'm not sure if it was there in 1965, 67, and all that. But we want to try to see if we can sing the anthem I know. I just want to ask one or two of the 1970 and below. Do you remember your school anthem?
Yes, we do.
Did you have a school anthem? We are going to try to see if we can remember. If you remember, can you just stand as we try the school anthem? On we move. If you remember, let's try. If you can, stand and let's sing. On we move. Do we have the please? Okay, let's try with a cappella. On we move. Never failing step. Go. On we move with never failing step. Within all times to survive and move all heavens to clear. To the whole world we will chorus. Our head shine, let the light shine, and surely win our. Sorry, the pitch is too high. Amen, amen. We are going to sing it again. We are going to sing it again without the parts. Without the parts. So, but tonight we are lucky. We have some people who can sing very well, and we'll find a way to make some money out of their voices. The next item would be to Yabefre Doris. Now she would introduce the chairman for the occasion. With a clap in your Doris. Thank you.
MC, that's Mr. Mammy now, Papa, Obia, so your BAOSA, so your BAOSA. So when they are hooked up, go to 2 now behind you. Ose Mammy now, Papa. See Mammy now, Papa. Mom, so Mamma, Papa. Every time we now win back and say, in every function, you hear chairperson. Obey Sinaja Mamma, obey deep manamay. Now, if you are winning back, say, yet the referee, the trainer and Punami, so I bet Sinaja Mamma. And to me now, me and Ma, Jesus Aquaba. Okay, so this is why you are funny. And see, say, in I can't go. You should see BAOSA, the seniors in the back. Oh, yeah, Dr. Safo from San Francisco. Sorry, Las Vegas. Las Vegas. It is a win now, many I drink, said Dr. Safo. I met snack, Jesus now, slowly do me my hair. In I fancy them, Bob, and thank you.
And Sana Chairperson Kasa. Let us say Doris for the great introduction. Yeni adofo da wo ha mo ba beboa na esisi yehu o na yehu baby o free ti me be call tables bia ye introduce ye hono no muni hono no makasa am yehu baby o free nti me basa table we okay Junior
Daniel Implements is a business for baby and son and a cover project that is very support.
Jacob and Tinamwa. Say need to introduce. Okay, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you okay? Indian.
Riverside. Now, most of them look for BAOSA. Somebody will be announced.
Who said, you have a billion age now? Don't know. Madame was say, yo, I'm sorry. And yeah, remember paying na share ama the response. Dr. Safo.
Would that be? Yeah, me say, answer response no. Em say me ko na me wa ha no. Dwuma le so. Enya dia me ko abetimi aye. Enti me hia aboa fo kakra. Enti me beto to mani na ma hwe deep pocket for no. Na ma hwe smith me afro bi na ma be ka me ha me ho wa ha na ja ma aboa me ne. Hey, man, deep pocket for no ebi way. Dr. Usudomi, by John Rabbit. Dog, bra. The mua, bra. Okay, yeah, okay. Senior Osaiwa. Patrol, knows how to come home, Hawaii. BAOSA West Coast Governor, Mr. Siama, I'm so big my baby coming home so President. Why? Right. With the Miami mini panty bra. Why?
I don't go for new.
I'm saying any crap. Which my young man. And today, I would like to thank the BAOSA executives and the host, BAOSA West Coast, for organizing such an amazing event. I would like to tell a personal story. Approximately 35 years ago, I became a student at the choir. I enrolled in 1978, completed my O-level in 1993, and my advanced level in 1985. And so in all, I spent about 7 years in the choir, where I received some quality education and made some lifelong friends. In 1985, I was an upper sixth student at Amwa House. I used to share a cubicle with a friend by name Samson Bona, also known as Onana. He was my roommate then. Due to overcrowding on campus, a friend of mine by the name Kojo Usu, who later enrolled in sixth form, lower six, did not have a place to stay. And so he decided to come and stay with us. He came to pledge with us. We used to use that term. So Kojo stay with us. And if you know Amwa House, or anybody who has been in Amwa House before, we have the cubicles and we have the trunk and then the chop-box rooms. But due to overcrowding, even the trunk and chop-box rooms were converted to become cubicles for the sixth formers. And the three of us in the room, we had only one key to the room. So one day the unexpected happened. Kwajosu left town with the only key that we had to the room. And so we decided to, break in. Because the back door did not have, a lock. That lock was broken. So we did not want to, mess up the front door. So we decided to go to the back door. And in front of the back door, we had a wooden shelf that had a load of trunk and chop-box. And so before we could get to the door, we had to remove that wooden shelf or the structure. So in the process of removing that wooden shelf, my head got stuck. Lo and behold, my head didn't get stuck to the wall, but it was stuck between the wall and exposed electrical socket. An exposed electrical socket. So as soon as I managed to free myself, I went to check. The light was off at that particular time. There were no lights on. So what do you think saved my life? It's only an act of God. If the light had been on at that particular time, at that particular moment, I was going to be electrocuted. Or maybe, would have remained in a vegetative state. But somehow, I don't know what happened. I went to check, I turned on the light, and they were light off. So these are some of the conditions that countless number of students, young people who are studying today, are going through due to overcrowding, due to poor infrastructures. So we have to do something to help them. We've been privileged. Each of us here is privileged. We have a job, we have family, we have cars. So there's so much that we can do to help those poor students who are risking their life every day due to poor infrastructures and overcrowding. So today I employ each and every one of you to give generously. To give generously, because there is what? Blessings in what? Giving. I know those of us who attended the choir, you know very well how much you receive when you give. I remember we had one teacher in the choir by name Mr. Opham. Anytime, yes, Mr. Opham was called to give the offertory, everyone there could bet what the memory verse will be. As soon as we see this, who will bet? Malachi 3:10. So there is blessings in giving. Apart from the fact that there's blessings in giving, giving changes lives. So we are here today to change lives. So I implore each and every one of you to do his maximum best to give, to raise funds, to build bathroom and toilet facilities for our alma mater, BAOSA. Thank you.
The MC went to check on the food, so give me a round of applause. Thank you, Dr. Safo. Stories like this makes us really understand and appreciate maybe free. In Suaya no makoyimo. Mo. Jacob's well. Anoman kuma. In Suaya swako dining hall. So Wobian Kanye da or campus you so. Onyamia Yiviama. And it's a sheer sayer. The whole idea is said, and see a man in Yanoma or more Wohon ye Wofasan a bressa. Tien Casapi. Ye war. Ye may be a year, so your best Skype in na and same be opposite or country of Waka. Now, answer no chairman Akasa, but we just want to open the floor. So we be opposite Waka. Kakrebia answer na ya shall say na the deba and the aba a quite. Just a few minutes. We'll be opposite something you want to reminiscence. BBPA person ye kai. A kobo 950 and Pessia Chawa. So we will be your Pasoka, just a minute, Pastor Pukuwati. Yamway is money.
You have used the book.
Hey, that's a big prophet ever show.
Ago BAOSA. Too many Momopi Mama to school. But my classmates for the viewer. And we said, we take you back to our days. And you want to be now a course for our school. So we're ready now, some class will meet me now later on. Now, make up on my body. Now, or you'll be an usher words, big words. No, can't say. The timidity of the omnipotence is the commencement of sagacity. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. The timidity of the omnipotence is the commencement of sagacity. We also had a geography master who was also full of words. And he used to say, when the meandering river accentuates, it denudes into a topographical feature on the lithosphere called Osborne. See, when the meandering river accentuates, it denudes into a topographical feature on the lithosphere called Osborne. And now a temperance group be normally temperance contest normally. Now one of them now he was fond of making this statement. He said, when I feel my stomach with intoxicants and get into my automobile and drive along the highway, I am a menace and what I do is to jeopardize the lives of all pedestrians.
Wow.
There you see. Mrs. Subio. See, when I fill my stomach with intoxicants and get into my automobile, I'm a menace. And what I do is to jeopardize the life of all pedestrians. Na near war, Daniel Hall prefect be. Bema tintin gramo. But not the neck, as he said, ceremony or barney. Inti o ti said, Daniel Hall prefect, Cassano, Bubom, now Bema tintin gramo, now Cassana, O Grimo, I want to see. One time was see school for no essay or a week. No person says please over a week will be solitary. Now say no cannot. Some people are thinking that I and my colleague Osei Tutu, we are a week and man can challenge it. If you don't do so only deputy advisor, you know, almost a week. Now say again so a week trying. Some people are thinking that I and my colleague Osei Tutu, we are a week and man can challenge it. Also, and I'm doing your work. Don't make sure Senior B, Tipona, Siana Diana. And then who said, former and if we say, and then you say, and then it's a hoka, you know, now a light to me. Hey, Nilos, who put off the light? Who put off the light? I said, who put off the light? And who put off the light? Very senior. One time, so, sorry. Na Chief Deacon, preaching now, what to was in a broken. And my dear friend, one day the Lord Jesus will come and he will ask you, where on earth did you got this message? Where on earth did you got this message? No, so bear it. Na you done for prepared back so the friends near good and so the tree here now of an fire. That process near good and so a man against them. Oh, Vietnam. Coco, Adiachu, and Coco le bon, and le black. Dans ce coco, adiation, un coco le bon, un manso le plat. Na ye senior house master. What's good for you, bad? I mean, I'm very bonny and Jay said, and I'm going to be actually, senior house master, we share an assistant house, senior house master now. Or say, hey, oh, Ati, I'm crying. It's all friend of you out of bank. What in Colano? So much to me drink. It's all friend of you out of bank. I say, now, Baku Pena Usu, me do, your friend me pere, your son. Who spirit, Tila, when you know, Grano, only a 2 million only about Usi. This is good, what they do. Now, Yamawa Kupa, put to her, a senior house master, so almost 2 degrees are not why you're wide. That Grover, no, back assembly was headmaster conquering. Assistant headmaster, so the friend of Master, so Mukudina and some, but me, school for no fair deed. It's a power, I mentioned himself. And yeah, house master back corner. I school for a school. And we hear no grown say, hey, Massa, the one boy, young one here, need baby, oh, two no bottom na, can you know, eat 10 CDs? No, the man, Massa. Hey, stay waiting for. Yeah, you show. Many I keep watching here, you knew who. Referring to the colleague senior house master, I said, hey, just go in the far. Many I keep watching here, you knew who. And yeah, man, about also. And when I was say, Uncle, teacher for no back. For maybe not teacher in Tata. For maybe not teacher in Tata. Na Uncle, teacher in no corner. See, now we are where said, boy, see, one minute, so now I will not be castle. Or that was so more than you. Teacher in a country school, you know. I said, no, my son, now, or be permanent, or no woman can chairman, I won't walk and show. Now, William, so a member, a Maya, I mean, who was it the boy talking to you? I say, that is trouble.
MC, hey, I will come back. You for you of the soul.
Just one. Yeah, there was this classmate of mine who actually, I think he joined the class. Yeah, when Form 3, when he joined the class, he had come from one of the schools in Accra, so he thought his English was, he had a good command over the English, sometimes how the Accra guys, you guys in the Kumasi and Sepai and Assam, so, you're not good with the language and all that, so he was trying to. So, the headmaster came by, I think it was Mr. Abuka. So this guy was, just raised his hands and said, please, headmaster, the students took all the cutlasses into their homes. And Mr. Advocate, he was such a, he replied, into their homes. That's
okay, Mama come Mexican brush with death to go. Be quiet. That when you say be quiet, oh, pa. Ubia, wako be quiet, be and say, push up, oh, pa. Na legend, she said, na bronibi wo na okipu wo aspects. Etimra o free hono. Sa missionary free hono. Wanya ubia fa person na say Ghana dey ubia no wa do over na wo be je. Enti oja wo sa na so. The white oh pa. But me got na 7 years. Me hu ni papa ubia wo kura Canada. I don't know about you. Say there was what campus on. Men who need student beer and say staff beer or Canada. Who will be sir? Beer, it's not upon a boy of mine. Now in 1980, number Form 3. And he be school, number one more house, and it's kind. And house prefect here say, or see a dog. Never, and to be na pipe, our house pipe this year. ɛhɔ na me dɔ it me dɔ sana nsensan bi egu hɔ ɛwu ayɛ yellow ne red ne egu hɔ na bibi yɛ mi sɛ me nfa me nan nsi so ansa na ma dɔ ɛna bibi yɛ mi sɛ o me cleanse nsa na ansa me cleanse nsa no ba black cobra primary kakra bi ba ɔda hɔ na ni kɔ me jump hold the other na ɔsi jump hold the other it ka one step pɛ eti etimi imagine sɛ ɛnɛ sɛ nkwadaa wɔ campus na sɛ wɔn dɔ a risk a nkwadaa poor children ebi ano yɛ expose wɔn mu tu yɛ wɔ hanom ebetumi ayɛ donation ebetumi ayɛ bibi ebetumi atɔ mowa ebetumi atɔ tractor na aboa wɔn mo ti bi eti we are in a position to help eti mo ma yɛ moa.
The most important for I'm saying, I say, I dog, I'm a DJ. I don't back before my now. You must have a party.
Yeah.
I'm saying, a big can say, so what head of the choir SD right now. Toilet facility or especially boys be able to go never back. And then the address say per se is for. Na yenya ubia person my estimate na least my ye pesi ehunu. It is Saturday na me be second was kind of person needing come walk to a person show you project no say the city here. The cherry yen before atnas near home. Say no the SCA ya. It say my ready. Technical but my ready. Should me as a bear.
And you are on Skype right now, maybe I have to speak at least. Man, if you can say the way our audience no better one, why?
Okay. So let me make sure that everybody can hear me, right?
Yes. A little bit.
So basically, it's having fun though, in spite of everything. Everybody is enjoying themselves.
Yeah, you'll miss them out.
It's late, so I will make this really short and then I will leave more room for questions, okay?
Okay.
I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm just going to jump in right away. I will share my slides with you and then I'll just follow. I'm thinking that the part that might be interesting to you will be the project that I did in Ghana. All the initial stuff, I'm just going to cut it out because it's been a lot. Now I'm going to share my slides now.
Okay.
Okay. Hold on. Just hold on.
All right.
Okay. So now here, share screen, okay.
It's okay.
Just bear with me for a second. I need to bring Skype. Okay. Now start sharing screen. Do you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you and we can see the screen.
What do you see now?
You see it about 5, 6, 7 times on the screen.
It has like 5 splits.
Just project the slides on.
So
You
project,
see the PowerPoint presentation?
no, overlay it.
Yeah.
Oh, this is turning out to be a little like so let's see.
Kajan said the screen is shared. He has to open the slides.
Open the slide.
Just open the slides.
Just open the slide.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're good.
You see the slides?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Can you read this to me so that I make sure you're looking at the right thing?
We see the slides.
Okay, see what your public health requires you to respond. Summary.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. So this was going to be the entire presentation, okay, where I sort of like catered it for BAOSA. And so this introduction, the history and perceptions, I would just skip all of that, unless you guys have the time for it.
No, we don't.
Skip that. Skip that.
I'm going to go straight to, if to begin with, I really want to apologize for not being able to be there in person. It would have been completely different experience for all of us if I was able to make it, but unfortunately I wasn't, and I'm thankful that I'm able to even speak with the group via electronic media. But basically, I'm just going to skip all of these Okay, and we save it for another time. This won't be the last time that we talk about it. I will skip all of this and just go straight to the project I did in Ghana almost 2 years ago, and where you might be interested in. Okay, so everybody knows of BAOSA, right? Yeah. This project is in Akokere, which is the few 3 public latrines in this small town. And one of them is condemned. This particular one you're looking at is right at the center of this small town. And they condemned it because the smell was just unbearable. 2 years ago, I was looking for a place. I wanted to do my project in BAOSA, and it was politics. So eventually, I went to Akokere, and then the Queen Mother there said, we have this land here, just take it and do whatever you want with it. And if you need any land, I will give you any land you want. It doesn't matter how big you need it to be, right? And so I started this project, which is building from the ground. Everything is wood. The floor that you're looking at is concrete, but it's mostly blocks that we put a little concrete on top of it. It's very lightweight, okay, but everything is wood. Right now, as I'm speaking, there are a lot of ways that you can build the same structure and even cut the cost by almost a half. Okay, and so we started construction, by the way, from the beginning, okay, what you're looking at from the beginning to, I'll show you when I get there. It took me about 10 days to get that. So day 1, we cleared the ground, and then day 2, we begin to build the structure up. By the 3rd or 4th day, we had the structure up, okay? And then we roofed it, we brought in electricity and everything. What you're looking at is, we have tiles. I'll move to the next slide, okay? So you have the tile floor, and what you're looking at, to your left, is that the toilet seat, and then the hole on your right is where you put the carbon material. Now, because I'm rushing a little bit, just to give you a little bit background though. This is a composting toilet. And I know, mentioning the name toilet, your girlfriend can totally dump you if you mention it. But we will say it, we are adults, we will say it. The carbon material is actually a material that prevents the whole waste to be smelly. Right, and so this particular toilet, if you enter this facility, I kid you not, you smell nothing. Just for a test, we opened the door, people were using it, flies don't even recognize this waste is there. Okay, and so the carbon material, which is something after you do your business, right, you scoop some of it, whether with your hand or a cup, is a very clean material. Then you cover your waste with it, so the next person who comes to use this facility does not see your stuff and does not smell your stuff, right? And then you move on. This is how this composting facility works. Now I'm going to move to the next slide. We have water outside. When you finish doing your business, you wash your hands with soap and towels and everything, right? And then the next slide, here, to your left, you see a little bit of the corner. Here, let me see if I can bring in a pointer to point. Laser pointer here. Okay, so here, can you see, you guys see the pointer? Yeah. Okay, so to your right is the toilet facility now. Now, what you're looking at this side here, we call it the treatment cell. This is the area. So when this facility is full, now, we have a mechanism that you can pull the whole thing and it will go over radius and then it comes out. And then you can use some simple crane that is made with wood to lift it up, and you can move it, or you can put it in a small vehicle, and then you bring it to this side here, which we call the treatment cell. You put it there. Now, here is where it takes a little bit of knowing what you're doing, because you have to mix it. It's like you're making a recipe. of waste from human beings, waste from the main house where, so for instance, requires all the food they cook and eat, all the leftovers, the peels. We take all of that. We need all of that, right? And so we combine the waste with the human body waste. We mix it a certain way, and then in this area here, you let it sit. In about 3 days, we have a special thermometer you're gonna use to test it. Within 3 days, if you're not careful and you did it right, the temperature can rise to over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, it can actually catch fire. That's because of biologically, God has made it this way. God, this is the process God has made for us to be able to treat our waste in a way that is more sort of, I would say, considerate of the environment, especially water. Where in Ghana, even if you have WC or latrine or whatever, eventually, when they suck every waste out, where do they go? They dump them into rivers, they dump them into the ocean, right? But it's not supposed to be that way. There is a special bacteria organism in human body waste that its job is to clean that stuff up. And so if you do this right, okay, you put your waste in here, you mix it right, within 3 days, you're gonna have something that is cooking, biological cooking, right? And it will kill all the pathogens in it. All right, and so in this process, it's right. People homes are all around this area, and if you do it right, you will smell absolutely nothing. You can stand next to this thing, you won't smell anything. Now, if you don't do it right, then you are giving yourself a lot of trouble, right? Because it will be very bad. Now, the next slide. This is an area where the one we did in Ghana, although it was an experiment for us to understand how the temperature in Ghana could be used to achieve certain results we got here. And the success was huge. And so we said, okay, hey, we're going to open this up and we're going to charge people 1 month. The first 2 weeks, I wasted it on politics stuff, looking for land in Obuasi. The 2 weeks that I was there, we built this structure. And then when I came back, the carpenter finished it up. And so what you are looking at is where the person, the attendant, the person who cleans the place and collects money, that's where he sits. And then over here is the treatment carbon material that is plentiful in Ghana. You can find them anywhere in Ghana. Here is where you store that stuff. I'm gonna move to the next slide. So this is the day we opened it, right? So the Queen Mother and all the Akukari doesn't have a king right now, at least 2 years ago. So the Queen Mother and all the people came. This place was packed, right? And we opened it, and there's waste in here. And so I told the Queen Mother, actually there is waste in this facility. She said no, the people couldn't believe it until they all went inside, and it's like we could stand in front of there and conduct this meeting. Okay, I'm gonna move to the next slide. So basically this is you probably might be interested in this. This is the cost of the project. The entire cost was $11,411, 65 cents. This includes everything. That is the toilet building, the treatment cell, the equipment, that I bought, some machines I bought from here to take with me. Transportation, that includes, I didn't have a car. Anything I did, I had to rent a car. And that includes my airfare ticket, the food I bought for the people who were doing the work, and other miscellaneous items. Everything included that price, 11,411.65. Okay, so 56% went into building the toilet and the treatment facility. Now, the next slide here, if you break it down further, I spent $6,405 on building the toilet. It's just the toilet and the treatment facility. Okay, and this price here, I know that if I'm in Ghana, this $6,400 that I'm showing, I could probably cut it by 50% if I'm in Ghana and actually taking my time and using other techniques and methods. Okay, so it can be very, very affordable And that is the way it's supposed to be. This is not supposed to be very expensive item. Now, on your right, in terms of percentages, that $6,405, 88%. So 88.5% went into building the actual toilet facility. Okay, the other 4%, 4.6% and up 6% went into, down here you see transportation. Okay, so I spent about $436 on transportation, just moving the wood, paying for the carpenter and the other helper to go from Kumasi to Abukere. And then food that I bought, lunch that I'll buy or sometimes dinner, all of that cost just under $300. And then the actual toilet was that price, $5,672, right? Now, so this is basically the quick fast forward presentation to this group. Now I'll just open up, the floor for questions. And so I wouldn't have to take too much of your time. Okay. So please ask me any question you want. I don't think there is anybody in Ghana who has spent as much time that I have spent to try to understand waste and how it can be managed in Ghana, right? I have spent so much time trying to understand it. And so if I cannot answer your question, I will definitely, do a research on it and talk to the people who might be able to help me understand it. All right, so with that, I will say thank you for listening. And now, questions.
Thank you, Tony. Tony, thank you. By the way, this is Tony. His full name is Anthony Osei. He's a product of Bekwai. He's my classmate, class of 86. Our classmate, class of 86. And his friends of. My first question is, how many stores do we have in this project? How many did you do with that money? Yeah, how many stores? How many rooms? How many toilets did you have? How many seats?
All right, so let me go back to this. There are a total of 10 stores, 5 for females, 5 for males. And so maybe I can share a little bit of that here. All right, so I think this slide, all right. So we are looking at 5 facing you right now, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stalls. And then behind it, the same thing, just a mirror image, what you're looking at right now, repeated on the other end, also 5. And so it's 10 total.
For men. Okay. Okay, so any other questions?
What is the estimated lifespan
of the wood? Now.
Tony, I have a question. What is the estimated lifespan?
Yes.
Yes.
Of the wooden structure?
I would say forever, because you know what? The wood doesn't touch any part of the structure, the building you're looking at. The wood doesn't touch it. This goes into a container, okay? And that container has a lid to it. When the container is full, 5 of them can be pulled out at the same time. In this particular structure you're looking at, that is not the design. But when I came back with further modification, if I were to build this, well, not that if I were, but when I start building this thing everywhere in Ghana, the stalls might be, it could be 20, which is, you can build it as big as you want. It depends on how the size of it. But basically, it's definitely what is going to be important, and this is critical. Okay, the difference between the latrine is that you can build latrine where you build a nice building with the hole on the ground, you do your thing in the hole, and you can forget about it, right? You walk away. You don't need much maintenance, except people might clean it here and there, but the waste is all on the ground. This one is not like that. This toilet requires a very, I would say, high high level maintenance in terms of the treatment setup. And so I have to be in Ghana for me to next project. My student be in Ghana all the years. For anybody who works with this will receive training on how you maintain the health capacity. For the containers, you put new containers in, and then you take it to the treatment site,
move away,
and then you treat it. And then after about 6 to 8 months, the waste becomes compost material. Be exported to
move from the speaker.
And have a sample of that.
Move from the speaker. Feedback.
Amazing for agriculture. And Japan, a place like Japan, that land is so at a premium. Japan will buy something like it. You don't have to send it to Japan. You can use it to cook food. And I will say this, there is a huge difference between compost and sewer. Right? In Ghana, when they use sewer water, grow food, that is contamination. That food, I mean, I want to eat that food uncooked. It's not good. I wouldn't do that. Compost is very different. I don't think that anybody in Ghana that is producing compost using this methodology. Okay. But the long answer to your short question is that it's infinite. You know how to maintain it, and it's infinite because the toilet is not safe.
Yeah, just a few questions then.
Tony, yeah, this is your math master. I'm glad you made use of the pie charts and all that we learned about. Yeah, I'm very proud of you, what you're doing. Yeah, anyway, so my quick question is, you were talking about some carbon material. Now, you said it's quite plenty in Ghana, and that we compete with them for the charcoal, or what's the source of that carbon material? And two, yeah, we're going to rely on these students, being beautiful and covering, their thing with the charcoal. And we know sometimes some of these students, just as when we were there, sometimes we are not very, beautiful. And what happens if people go and they don't do what they have to do? Does it affect the longevity of the facility? What about the hygiene and all that?
Yes, thank you so much. It's an excellent question. Excellent. I'm so glad you brought this up. Now, to begin, the first part, the carbon material. Carbon material is basically sawdust. You can use sawdust as one of the carbon materials. And in Ghana,
they say, yeah, pass your year. And when I have wood grown up, would you be a cost for continental? No one use what? How do you think? How do you feel? Would they do it? Would it maybe happy to do that? If not, that is why we are here. Because me Papa Mommy will first, and Papa will. Now we decided to say, if Papa when you are my end, and the man also bring the Kuma went to me and he poured it in us. Okay, my equals my say no, we are doing okay. So we decided said, "Your baby, I did see them. And she inside see this year, a minor TAM. Yet tall plots, 10 plots across the street, CBC school. That was a said, and they call quite a yes, started school. I saw no, and you know why, yes, here, it seats 8 classrooms, office, and a block by the family and some friends from church. Now, since I make a say school, I drew middle school, friend say JSS. I'm a fair middle school teachers maker. We are hoping so within a short time, you bring your SS will will be free hot one of Bego University. For about 10 years ago or 12 years ago, there was no school. Now there is nothing satisfying. You walk into the school and see it's a school and then you have 500 students. And they move, say. Engineer, a idea, and was a down commas who said, you are doing something for somebody else. Papa, I see, I can't bear 1 year, and I saw Udianka. If something Udianka, I was saying, somebody is walking, no bread, no true, no Canadian. It would be but the orange tree was there for anybody who came by. This is what we are doing. We are planting. Okay. Mother Teresa of our White House time and now President Clinton was and obey a prayer breakfast. Now the castle will can say the morning Mother Teresa was saying we have to give until it hurts. Just say Dr. Wakano. I was saying, me begging what I'm waiting me after feeling what you are saying. Now I've come to believe in that. And you bring you be flawed. I'm a obia, obey the table, the individual, whatever you are impressed upon by the Holy Spirit and by God and by whatever you believe in, which I think is God, to give something. So, one more check, what have we been a better one. Check in the hand. Now we'll say, I'm the treasurer, and I said treasurer from D to one. I've Busumi Swan, and now I said, whatever time. There was so many means to give, ways to give. Actually, the chairman, Obama Palea, the beer of person Casaro, and the mic about now what can say, they say, the obituary now, and then we are treasure of one.
Secretary.
And as I say, no double. And you know, over to me up and down, sat near the mic in Abram, and now I said, open so I'm over to me on table.
Any table.
I started from.
Yes, I started from.
Just any table, I was here trying to California. Over the man, the moment you know, no moment before. Oh, Yana and Timbasa. It's the table. Now you reach the now what you are catching the table. What table, I can say, okay, table, we say, the chili, I see a Bema $10,000. Now, we got the next table. If you say, the people who chili, Abu Aman Akoso, yes, but they say, when you're my one baby, I'm just treasure all has it, so. Now, I have said so. You're secretary, ma'am. You're one more treasurer, ma'am.
I'm saying, yeah, but we go by. And I West Coast Medical Science, all my assurance said, get the air. You can't throw say, you can't read 20 about it, you bet me that now. Yeah, the ticket be the 500, be the at least 450. You go here $30,000. That's how they can't say about $30,000. Yes, and I be Binya. You don't have my home account of the dog, yeah, oh, you put it between East Coast and Abba, also Mumra, Bob with EV, Dr. Brown, unfortunately, they are not going to be. Yes, it's a project now. When you buy, a project that we show 6 years, you know, one, the BTB, I am an apostle. A very good project. Now, see, this kind of apartment is a meeting, no? You have to pray at home, we be here, in 19. You see, our questions in three about the project, no? Ghana said, we will be now, what do you put now? We will go now. If there are so many questions here, don't mind fine. If we start making sure say, are there, you know, the mama insurance said, maybe I'm with you, maybe I'm before the time, and you make sure that there's value for money. It's, you know, the former chairman, Kasa, I said, it was a bit. Yeah, I don't know my own. It's a very close to Babo, I say. Wouldn't be here close here.
The president, the kind of what is 4 years ago.
will be area. I'm the ambassador. What the ambassador? Why? Okay. Make your 200.
Well,